today, and we're in that season. So, and what season are we talking about? We're talking about a magical season. We're talking about Christmas. And so as part of that, at the Houston Museum of Natural Science, we have added a pretty amazing display. And I always wanted one of these things when I was a kid, and I didn't really get one for Christmas when I was a kid, but when I was an adult, a couple of years ago, I got a huge one. Or at least I got the responsibility for a huge one, and that is our Trains Over Texas exhibit. So what we have here is about 2,800 square feet of track, something that's roughly the size of a tennis court, and it's the largest O-gauge train set in Texas. And it features many of the sites around Texas, so you can actually take the fastest road trip you can imagine, because it's a O-scale road trip, so you can go all over the state of Texas in a single room. So you take a great trip and you never have to leave the house. So one of the things that's sort of unique about this, and of course we do this at the Houston Museum of Natural Science with our volunteers, is you have people in our community that volunteer a lot at the museum, and they all have very specialized interests, they all have specialized talents, they all have specialized skills. And of course I regard one of the missions of the museum is, of course, to get this information to people. And the best way to do that is people who are very passionate to communicate these things. So docenting this are members of the TCA, the Texas Train Collectors of America, which is a huge organization. This is the Texas chapter. So they are very, very knowledgeable on trains and all of the aspects of running electric trains and the hobby itself. One of the exciting things that they have added to this is what's known as the George Bush train. So George Bush, who sadly recently passed away, was very passionate about trains. He was very passionate about large trains and also train sets. And so he was associated with a train set, they call it the George Bush engine, that he actually drove at one point when he was president. And so they incorporated that into the exhibit, as well as the car, the special car that conveyed his body from Houston to College Station for its final resting place in the George Bush Library. And so we have that train in miniature cruising around the tracks here. So that's something that's sort of current events that's been added to this particular train set. This year's train set, we set it up in mid-November, and it will be here through early January. So this really is a great holiday opportunity to come out with your family and enjoy this magnificent set. It's the largest O-scale indoor train set in the United States, and it's something that I think your entire family will enjoy. If you're interested in any of this and you want to see an updated calendar of all the things we have going on here, you can check our website, hmns.org.
For Stafford METV, Rey Molano reporting.